everyone, and welcome back to War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. We're here on August 27, 1943. Um, got got some things going on. Nothing crazy, I don't think. I do have a light cargo ship sticking its neck out in the Andaman Triangle, and well, not hitting a destroyer. So I was telling my opponent, complaining about the RN having a terrible game and decided to rename the Andaman Sea to the Andaman Triangle. Okay, so he does still have stuff here, which I would have expected. Just bombarding the base a little bit, soften it up. We're not going to invade that anytime soon. I just decided, let's keep our battleships busy, you know? They're doing nothing, sitting around at port. Although I probably will send them packing to go repair and refit, because they're not destroyed or whatever. But anyway. Oh, so he was telling me, this reminds me of what I was gonna say. So I told him about my RN, the terrible RN, and of course he was saying he's not gonna be too upset about my losses or my lack of progress there because of how difficult my subs are for him. So, we'll take it. I really do wish the RN did better, but performed better. But it's kind of cool. We'll take the we'll take the lumps. Kind of makes for an interesting story. All right, severe storms over Bangkok. That's not going to bode well for our bombing raid today. And it looks like we got weather issues in the Southwest Pacific as well. All right. These are just the usual bombing runs. Okay, and um, our effective in aircraft gets into one of his sallies. Of course, this is our bombing run. As you know, we couldn't get his fighters. He ran away. He only did one cap trap and decided to bug out. These it's severe storms in the Wellington's too damaged. I'm not really liking that because these are rare, hard to come by. Okay, so yep, severe storms hampering my ability to do anything. Not hampering his flak, of course. All right, this was something I really wanted to do. I'm hoping to get in the runway and if there's, okay, good. There was some aircraft on the runway. Also, we're bombing the port. I hope we get some hits on the port. I'm guessing he has an AKE here, but maybe not. So I kind of want to see what I'm damaging here, but it's hard to tell. And I'm just right now I'm just seeing damages. I did see a destroyer too, but I like to get the destroyed so we can eliminate them. But if they're damaged and we come in again, they'll be on the ground for us to destroy because he can't. You can't evacuate aircraft via road. You have to use railroad. Damaged aircraft. Sorry. So that was a pretty productive hit. Um, one of the reasons I'm trying to hit the base, the naval base, the port, is because I'm afraid he has an AKE here. But I don't see, well, at least we didn't spot it or hit it. So the Tojos should come down by now. Yeah. So we're gonna try to protect ourselves. We got 9 and 7. Let's push through and see how we do. We do lose one of each. And we're not successful. We're not successful hitting anything because of the cap. Well, that's a shame. Well, that was kind of a costly raid. It was successful, I feel like, relatively speaking, but this is not going to be. One resource hit. So he has something go. I'm wondering, is he flying aircraft out of wake? Because he's able to spot me here. But anyway, I'm not worried about it. If he wants to see what I'm doing, he can't do anything about it anyway. Mm, taking a licking, but we're still going. One of the good things about these raids is he's burning through supplies trying to shoot our aircraft down. That's about the only thing I can count as positive in this. Okay, so here we are with land action. Alright, that's it. Let's, I'll probably, some upgrades, cool, or expansions. I'll probably come in here and show you the air losses because that was a pretty heavy turn. And then we'll wrap there and jump into August 28th. Yeah, those are me transferring air units up there. All right, as promised, I wanted to show you some of this information. So we lost 11 aircraft. He lost 10? Yeah. Not a great day for me. Not worth the raids, I don't think. Well, maybe, because I also beat up the runways and um, I may do it again. We'll see. I might not be able to because if my squadrons are shot up, they're not going to want to go. All right, let's take a look. 3 Dinas. We did see some. Look, we shot one down in flak too, so that's a few Dinas down. Tojos shot down. You can see the numbers here, and on the Allied side, of course, we lost a lot of B-24s as well as Vengeance 1s, which we saw both of those take a major beating. And then, yeah, we lost also a B-24D. So this wasn't a great day for us, but we got to move on. We got to push forward. 4 KIA, oof. So none of this is ideal, right? Let's see if we, whoops, I meant to click that. Okay. Yeah, we didn't get a acknowledgement that we sank that cargo ship that we got a torpedo into. That's okay. So here's the numbers. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna jump into the 28th, so I'll see you there. Okay, we're back on August 28th, 1943. Yeah, can't wait to bombard Bubble. Okay. Well, the second one hit, or detonated. Yeah, so that light cargo ship sank. Now, I'm probably going to lose my light cargo ship. That's okay. Hey, at least his battleships will be clear when we get there. So the Tory took a shell hit. Waigeo or Waigeo, I don't know how to pronounce that. Well, we're going to take that dot base, and then we're going to land back there by Sarong. I can't remember the name of the base. Sansapur, maybe. We'll settle there and bring in all our troops. In fact, oh shoot, we might lose the O. What? So the O-21 likes to attack on the surface. I think this is the second time they've done that. But he doesn't even. I don't know. I missed the fact that I didn't watch it because I thought it was an ASW attack. Didn't even realize it was a night surface attack or day, maybe. But anyway, well, that's unfortunate. So our little AKL is trying to escape getting sunk, which is unfortunate because now it's going to get sunk by air. Look at all that bad weather. Okay, our aircraft actually opened up on these. Now, that was at 10,000 feet. We still reached them, so that's cool. Sorry, I'm just kind of skipping through this, these bombings because they're just the usual rampage. Okay, so we are getting in here without a sweep. That's unfortunate, but let's see if we can do some damage. Out of 31 times 6, we have 3 hits. Alright. We do lose a B-24 and we don't do very much damage to the runway. Whoa! We lost a bunch of bombers on that one. I don't know. Today is turning out to be a bad day. There's our sweep. Alright, so I'm going to shut down my bombers. We'll replenish them and rest them, and I'll sweep the skies, do some air-to-air combat. Hey, our little AKL got in there. I don't know if it'll unload before it sinks, but that would be nice. And we only have like 1,000 supplies on there anyway. Ooh, nice. Dealing some damage on the Changsha airfield. Alright, better late than never, eh? So I was hoping to destroy some aircraft that are still sitting on the runway there at Victoria Point, but it wasn't meant to be. So yeah, I'm going to sweep there, see if he still has some cap. Maybe he'll decide that we're probably going to take a break, so he'll rest his aircraft. I don't know. But we're going to rest our bombers and just do some sweeps. All right, this should break through. Let's go. Okay, 1-2. That's surprising. We do destroy some of his devices, and I don't know why he's doing a deliberate attack. This should be brutal for him. 1-3. That was brutal. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bomb this heavily, and I'm gonna do an attack of my own. Maybe not. Preparation and fatigue issues. I don't know. We'll take a look. Now he lost. It's possible he's taken a beating beyond um, just loss of assault value. Perhaps he's I don't know. The problem is then I think about it and I think forts and stuff. So if he has forts level 6, that's going to be brutal. All right. I thought the discrepancy was going to be much greater. We did lose 9 aircraft total, well, air to air to 1. However, he lost a bunch into flak and ops losses, so it ends up being just about even, 16 to 17. Okay, what do we got here? 6 Sallies, which I kind of expected several of those. 3 Tojos, I guess he lost a couple in action, and a George in action over Victoria Point. It wasn't worth the bombing raid, honestly. And you can see the other losses there. The other flag, Dina, okay. And then we lost 14 B-24s. That's nuts. All right. So we're going to have to replace probably the bombers and crews. Oh, not too bad. All right. Last turn. Okay, this light cargo ship, 3 victory points. With, yeah, you can see all the recent sinkings here. Okay, let's glance at this real fast, see if there's anything interesting. All right. Yeah, a lot of bombers written off here. Probably shredded. We don't have any B-17s. Those things probably would be written off too if they're shredded enough. All right. We also lost a Seagull here. I have to replace that. 21st Pursuit Squadron. Um, Not sure what all this is. Let's look at, and Dealey is size 9, so we can really stack it up now. Um, Here's that tanker reported. All right. 21st. Okay, let's go to Rangoon. Okay, that's not okay. Photograph or whatever squadron. That's what we got here. We're using that to look at Port Blair. Um, yeah, that was brutal here. We got some supplies, hopefully. 3,000. Look, preparation isn't bad, so I'm not sure what the situation is there. I am very tempted to assault this. We are very depleted, though. And I know why. One of the reasons we're very depleted is just because of the support. Support is so terrible here. Well, we can hold our own, but I don't think we unloaded any. And he's going to come in and bombard. Moving southwest. Oh, do not unload. Let's let's just stay here. We'll sacrifice. Okay, let's move on. Um, where was I? Okay, ops. Okay, let's go back to um, Central Pacific. Okay. We are I'm trying to unload. There we go. So I've unloaded these three task forces. Now I'm going to flip them to transport and I'm going to get these guys off if I can. We'll just flip that to strategic now. These guys are getting unloaded. I think that's good enough. I don't need this to be 100%. I'm not in a rush, so that's fine. We're good there. Um, okay, can get that out of there. Let's see. Okay, moving on. Um, I'm prepping an invasion of Jaluit, Roy Namur, and Ponape. Just trying to get some units ready. We're taking a look at Majuro. Then I'm gonna look at Watcha. Um, and these are all dot bases, so I doubt he has anything there. But we can quickly do a flyover or something, make sure, and then we can just fast transport to grab these. But the ones that have troops, we're gonna assign some guys and go in. So while I'm working on Kendari, I'm trying to, and I want to bombard Babel first because okay. So what I'm trying to do here, if it might look funny, is I'm trying to move to this hex here so that if he's flying spotting missions out here, he won't know what we're doing, and then we'll charge in and bombard. And this guy should get to this spot this turn, and then he'll basically follow the battleships in and these cruisers as well. Why is this sitting here? Oh, because they can charge in for no. um, well, that's fine for now. 95 106. All right. Yeah, that's fine. And this guy is going to go to the same hex. Um, and I don't know that I need waypoints, but we'll just go. So basically, we're going to have three task forces converge here, and the two of them will be, one will be minesweepers, two shore bombardments, and hmm, kind of want to close the gap here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm not sure here. 1, 2. If I go there, will he suspect something? Because what's going to happen is it's going to say moving northeast. That's what it'll do. So he'll see us, but he'll see us going northeast. Maybe he won't have a clue what we're doing. And this guy, 93-103. Let's go to that hex. And then this cruiser task force will be further out. He won't see us. And then we'll send 2 task forces in to shore bombard, and we'll send this guy in to follow basically the battleships, I guess. This guy, I'm gonna rush up here and see if we can close the gap. That's 25. But if the problem is if I do full speed, if I do full speed to, well, remain. One, two, three, four, five, six. Full speed to there, or I should just do this off the video so you don't have to watch all this bouncing around here. So I'm going to have it meet the other task force at full speed, 16, and then we'll flip it to mission speed. But that way we'll have this follow the cruisers in, and this other one follow the battleships in. That way, hopefully, if there's any mines, we will clear them or something. I don't know how it works, but let's see if we can get that to help us. Sarong will. So here's what I was. Let me finish my thought here. I want to bombard Bubble Daub. Then I'm gonna hit Kandari. Basically, things are this escort carrier is getting here. I'm gonna start moving things to Babar, and this will take like 2 days, and then we'll jump toward Kandari. Once we take Kandari, these escort carriers will come back over here to support the landing in Sorong. And so in the meantime, I need to start preparing that invasion. You can see here, I have a task force here ready to start loading troops. Now the troops that are here are preparing. You can see here 40. They're up to 40. What it looks like there's something moving west. Is that my imagination? Okay, there's a little pip here, but it's probably just graphics. Oh, it might be a road. That's a road that connects just to that hex side. All right. Well, anyway, I gotta wrap this up. So the 43rd Infantry, we're going to. Also, I should have tagged this. Why not? Which battalion? Yeah, this one. I don't know. I've got a lot of stuff going to Sorong. I'm okay. Um, but I do need to figure out where I want to put these assets because they're just sitting here and they don't need to be sitting here. But yeah, I'm airlifting supplies here. And we're gonna try to take this. And then we're going to bring these troops here to add to what we've got here. He shouldn't mess with us here. I could amphibious invade here and then march across, but since there's no penalty for just doing a direct invasion, I'll do that. But I've got, I want to bombard this, supply and refuel all my stuff. All my ships, both these task forces, to go into Sarong. I'm gonna wrap up here, but here's where I'm gonna wrap up. Burma. I'm not gonna even bother with China. It's just kind of a well, we can talk about that real quick. We held them off here at this hex in central, East China. But it looks like he's moved in to attack us here. Um, no, this guy kind of wanted to lose it, but, or, so it could respawn. But anyway, um, we've got potential supply issues. What I'm worried about now is something there coming at us. Let's stay in combat mode. This is going to be fast travel, relatively speaking. So we'll back up here because I don't want him to move northwest and cut us off. He still can, and if he does, we're in trouble because this is so weak, that unit. Speaking of which, I've probably got enough garrison here. I could move this. Uh, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna move advance C core to here. Um, turn replacements on because why not? And move this guy to here and turn replacements on. Yeah. All right. I'm just trying to secure the rear here. Okay. Back to Burma. We're in a tight spot here. I'm probably not going to attack. I don't think I have the assets to take it. With the jungle, forts, level, etc. But as a reminder, and man, what is the deal? How do I get supply from here where I have 70, almost 80,000 to here? But I have a lot of assets arriving in this general vicinity, and some are going to be going out into the boonies to flank him, and some are going up north, and some are just going to come straight and be used to just punch uh, into the. It looks like he's already pulled out a bunch of stuff, but I am reconning this, so hopefully I get a little bit more information maybe next day. I noticed that I'm missing out on a bunch of information. I mean, a lot of stuff didn't even fly last turn. His heavy industry is just about wiped out. His resource at Bangkok, his resources are dwindling, and now we can focus on the light industry because he still can get resources in here from some of these bases where he makes resources. I think. Yeah. Well, we've depleted Ayutthaya. Um, So I guess wherever he has resources, it's going to be he. Yeah, it's just ideal if we can beat up on his light industry. Well, here's a base that we need to destroy. So the industry there, keep him from building supplies in this area. And there's some more heavy industry, resources, light industry, and repair shipyard. Okay, well, anyway, I've got a lot of work to do. Not enough bombers, and even less now by almost a whole squadron. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna get off now, but I got a lot of work to do to reorganize and restructure what I've got here, and I'll be losing this cargo ship, but I'm just gonna take it on the chin because, you know what? No, I'm not. It wasn't ready, and so we're not gonna unload. We're gonna return, and we'll if I can speak correctly, where we'll return is Ramrey Island, and it's slow, but I'm gonna say direct, turn off coastal. And maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna be here, but I'm gonna try to say, sorry, I'm just gonna use waypoints. See if I can just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if it lets me do that, then it'll probably let me do that. So if we can move 5 and get up to here, he may try to bomb us, but maybe if we get up to here, he won't spot us, right? One can hope. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. We'll be back on August 29. Take care, everyone. Bye.